Good morning, third grade, and happy Monday. It is Miss Martinez here, and today our learning target is that I can determine the central idea and message of a story. So this is a big one that we always have been talking about throughout our time at school. We want to be able to say, I know exactly what the story is about and why the author wrote it and what the message is, what it's trying to tell us and help us understand and learn, okay? So that is our learning target for the day. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be reading a historical fiction story. So this didn't actually happen, but it could happen. And it is talking about things that did actually happen long ago. So this is called Tearing Down the Wall. Okay, tearing down the wall. Let's go ahead and get started. I couldn't wait to tell my dad about the day I had at school. Dad, we destroyed a wall today, I said. What? He said, shocked. I told him that my teacher, Miss Hominy, had been telling us about the Berlin Wall. Ooh, the Berlin Wall. So that's a big thing. I might want to highlight that. It was a huge wall that was almost 100 miles long. That's a long, long wall. It was built in 1961 to separate two parts of Berlin, which is a city in Germany. Miss Hominy took us outside where we saw a gigantic cardboard wall. It wasn't 100 miles long, but it did span most of the soccer field. Miss Hominy said, imagine you are in East Berlin and West Berlin is over that wall. You want to go to West Berlin, but you are not allowed to go past this wall. Why not? Somebody asked. The government forbids it. You are not free. So that word forbids it. Do you think that means that you can go or you can't go? Yeah, you can't go. It just said up here you're not allowed to go past it, so you're forbidden. You're told you cannot do that. Those go together. You're not free. That's not fair, someone said. Miss Hominy continued, life is hard in East Berlin. You've heard it's better in West Berlin. And you have family in West Berlin. So let's pause and let's zoom in on this picture real quick. So obviously this is what's happening. So here's our teacher and the students. If things are better in West Berlin, which side do you think West Berlin is on? This left side or this right side? Yeah, the right side. It's colorful. The houses are more detailed and bigger. There's trees. The sky is nice. Over here, it's so dreary. It's gray. It's boring, right? Excellent. And then the wall's obviously in the middle of that. They can't keep us out, someone else said. Miss Hominy smiled. Then knock it down. Everyone was silent. Go on, he said. Knock it down. We looked at each other, surprised, and then suddenly we all ran toward the wall. We tore it down piece by piece, some of us ripping the cardboard to shreds. Then we got to the other side and started dancing and whooping and hollering. We made it, we shouted. Miss Hominy smiled. In 1989, the people tore the wall down, like you have done today. After I told my dad the story of tearing down the wall, he thought for a moment. It's good to be free, isn't it? He said. It sure is, I said. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of these questions. What does the narrator learn in the story? So when I say narrator, it's the person that's telling the story. So one of the students, one of these kids, was telling the story to his dad. Is it important, according to this story, that you stand up for yourself? That you're being honest? That being yourself is easy? Or that freedom is very important? What did we just talk about here? Were we talking about standing up for yourself? Like if you're standing up for a bully? Were we talking about it's important to be honest? Make sure you're telling the truth? that it's important to be yourself and that that's easy to do, that you can do what you want, you're being yourself, or that freedom is very important? Which one? Freedom is very important. Yes. Which word best describes the narrator after his teacher tells the class to tear the wall down? So this would be a good time to go back over and find where the teacher says tear it down. So right here, it tells us, she says, Miss Hominy smiled, then knock it down. How does our narrator kind of look for a second? Everyone was silent. Okay, silence not an option. Go on, he said, knock it down. We looked at each other, surprised, and then suddenly we all ran towards the wall. So is he angry, surprised, bored, or upset? Yeah, he's surprised. It says it right here, surprised. Excellent. Our next question. What caused the narrator to want to share his school day with his dad? So we know from the very beginning, I couldn't wait to tell my dad about the day I had at school. Dad, we destroyed a wall today. So he wants to tell his dad about this exciting day. So what do you think caused this? That he scored 3 goals while playing soccer at recess? That his teacher led the class through a fun history activity? His teacher let the class play with colorful fireworks? Or he got the best math grade on a test in class? Which one has anything to do with our story today? Yeah, he went through a fun history activity. Doesn't tell us anything about him playing soccer, about him playing with fireworks, or about math. Excellent. All right, this is our last one. Which sentence best retells the whole story? Which one best retells the whole story? A young boy is excited about his day at the park because he rode his new bike. Are we at the park? No, we're at school. Does he have a new bike? No, so that's out. A young boy is excited about his day at school because he got to play with fireworks. Did he go to school? Yes. Is he play with fireworks? No, so that one's out. A teacher teaches about the fall of the Berlin Wall and has the class tear down a wall. Did the teacher talk to them about the Berlin Wall? Well, if I go over, oh, Berlin Wall. Tell us about the Berlin Wall. And did the class tear down a wall? Yeah. Tore it piece by piece. Right here. So that's a good one. I'm going to keep that in mind, but I have to read my last one first. A teacher teaches a lesson about Germany that puts the whole class to sleep. Are we talking about Germany? Yes, we are. It's about a city in Germany, Berlin. But did the class fall asleep? No, it was fun. So I'm going to stick with my third one right here. Woohoo! Yes, we are done. Look at that, ladies. Excellent, excellent job. Now, for your last thing, we are going to look back at our learning target. I can determine the central idea and message of a story. You just did that because you told me what the story was mainly about and what the whole idea was. That, yes, there was a city in Germany called Berlin, and there was a wall called the Berlin Wall there. And the whole point of the story was to teach us that freedom is important, right? That, wow, when you have something that's blocking you from doing things, it kind of really makes you put things into perspective. It gives you an idea that, wow, I like my freedom. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to either do this on Class Dojo, on a piece of paper, on your computer, somewhere that you can save it. And this is the writing response that you have to answer. Imagine a massive wall was built right through the middle of your city. How would it affect your life? How is it going to make things different? How is it going to change your life and the way you do things? Think about right now, ladies. We're obviously in a very different time. We're not in school. Things are hard. We can't go many places. So use what's happening now to help you write this, okay? Good luck. Have a great day. Make sure you watch the other videos. Make sure you go on to Zur, News ELA, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you ladies very, very soon. Have a great, great day, and I miss you all. Bye.